Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, I'm making some hot wings chicken. I bought something. It's been a while, so it's time to cook the chicken. I bought this package of party wings really cheap. I think I bought them at Grocery Outlet. I probably had these for dinner 4 times. Okay, so let's see. It calls for 2 pounds of chicken wings, 1/2 cup hot sauce. So I'm just going to add a little hot sauce. This is my new favorite hot wings recipe. Okay, so this is a Walmart brand, but since I bought this, I found some hot wing sauce that was pretty good at Dollar Tree. Frank's hot sauce is $4. So it calls for 1/2 cup. I'm just going to I use 1/2 butter, 1/2 olive oil, and a lot of pepper. So I'm not adding butter. A tablespoon of water. I've just about used this. I'm probably not going to buy rice wine vinegar. I bought this for tofu making, but I'm just going to use, if I do make tofu, I'm just going to use regular vinegar. I always have regular vinegar. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'm just going to add a little, not too much. I don't want bad breath. I have pepper and then salt. So I roasted my hot wings at 400, and now I'm just making a little bit of sauce. And then you just heat it, and you just dip your hot wings in the sauce. Couldn't be easier. Okay, so now this video is about 6 things that were kind of inspired by this Hurricane Helene. It bears thinking about. So if your dwelling is submerged in water, and there's just pretty much no way to prepare for that. You have to evacuate. I think a dam broke. They say if there's a breach in one of the California dams, it will trigger a lot of dam breaches. So the number one thing is, in my mind, for all preparations for anything is food storage. So what I decided to do is keep storing, but I want to store my food storage in boxes, like, cans, so that I can easily move them. A lot of times you have a chance to move your food. So, okay, I want to show you what I bought today. So I'm going through my food storage, and so I bought 2 cans of peaches, because we also have this container ship strike that started yesterday. We don't know how long it's going to go on. So there is a lot of things mentioned that we might need, that might be impacted by this some of them don't sound very serious, but right now, why not stock up on a little bit? Okay, bananas. So guess what? I couldn't get any banana chips today. I thought maybe it's a good idea to stock up on some fruit. Cherries. Okay, I will be buying about 6 of those cherry pie fillings at Dollar Tree. I saw them today at Grocery Outlet, but they're cheaper at Dollar Tree. Chocolate. Okay, some of us like to make some chocolate stuff like fudge at Christmas. Meat and fish. Now that's a biggie. So I'm going to be cooking my freezer down, and then I'm going to be piling my freezer full of meat and fish. Cheese and dairy, that's a biggie, and fresh produce, tea and coffee. And they've been telling us to prepare for coffee and chocolate for a while. So today I saw this tea that, now this is 50 boxes. The Dollar Tree tea is 100 boxes. And I stocked up enough tea for 2 years, but I thought this is $5 and this is a really good tea. And I don't usually spend money. I thought I'm gonna buy myself this box of good tea, and guess what? All teas are not created equal. Oh, I'm so mad. I have a chip. Oh. This stuff is so much better than the cheap tea. You know, I pay $3 for tea when I eat out that cannot be compared with this stuff. $3. Look what a pretty tea this is, and it's very tasty. So it's maybe worth spending a little bit more. Plus, to make sure you don't get caught, you know, with nothing to drink. And then I bought myself this beautiful candle. You've seen those cheap candles I've been burning all year, you guys. This smells so good. I love the smell of like burning wood, or, you know, some of the men's cologne that smells. I hate smoking. I hate cigarette smoking. But when it's that nicotine or whatever that smell is, and this smells so good. And this is this was Grocery Outlet Autumn Cranberry Wood. I thought I'm gonna buy that. So okay, so now the container ship thing could turn into a big fat mess, like empty shelves and such like that. I doubt they're gonna do that, because I don't really think they're gonna mess the economy up. I've been studying the bodybuilding diet, and I'm coming to some conclusions. It's not something you pick up in a week or two. Even though I have watched hundreds of videos on the diet, it wasn't very helpful, to tell you the truth. But they eat a lot of rice because you can measure rice. Okay, it was 3 tablespoons of rice, and it gives you plenty of rice to eat, and it's not too many calories or carbs. And so you might be like me, thinking, you know what's making me fat? It's the carbs and the sugars. Actually, one of the worst things that they cut way down on, I thought, I actually gained 6 pounds in the last 6 months. It's fat. So by simply cutting the fat, watching the fat, cutting the fat, you're going to get in shape. Now, I wasn't horribly upset, because when you lift weights and you eat carbs, in theory, you should be building muscle. So I said to the girl at the gym, I'm 6 pounds heavier. I should have been building some muscles, right? She goes, yeah, in theory. I go, wow. Okay, in theory. So now I want to take these 6 pounds off. I don't want to keep it up until it's 10, that's for sure. But I didn't think 1 pound per month was that bad. But I don't want to keep it up. So, okay, I have some salad. It could be any kind of vegetables. So, okay, so the most important, so I'm stockpiling this month 31 cans of food, and I'm putting it in boxes, and I'm stacking the boxes so that if I had to evacuate, I could pull my car up to the front door and load quite a bit. And then I bought olives on sale for $1. I love olives. So this is a lot of food. If I don't eat it all tonight, you know, I'll eat it tomorrow for lunch. I was eating my vegetable soup. I have leftover salad dressing. I was eating my soup I made last night today. That was pretty good. That's a good stockpile meal. So this is how the bodybuilders, so now back to the fats. So I was getting somewhere with that, you guys. Okay, like what? Like avocado. So it would be meat, rice or potatoes, and avocado. Or it could be walnuts, 2 tablespoons. It could be wheat bread with cheese and turkey slices. You know, open face sandwiches. And I bought, my video cut out on me. My phone is ready for the glue factory, but I wanted to mention this. This is the kind of cheese that you're getting a portion. I bought 2 of these for $1.99 each. So 2 of these is enough cheese for a month. So in all, I think I bought 4 of those cheeses. Then, so yesterday, my meal was the chicken noodle soup with the green beans and mushrooms. So I bought 2 cans of mushrooms because that was a good combination. I want to give you my fried rice recipe. So, okay, I was going to make, I'll probably make it tomorrow, sausage links, fry them. Put cooked rice in the sausage drippings, and then put chives on top of the rice. And you want to like brown the rice, but don't get it too stiff. Then veggies, so I have leftover green beans and mushrooms, and that was really a good combination. And then scoot everything over, put a little margarine in the pan, fry 2 eggs, and then mix that all together, season with salt, pepper, and sugar, and serve with soy sauce. So you can use any vegetables. You can use bacon, Spam. So in my stockpile, I have these little cans of Spam. Just fry the Spam in oil. So these are the kind of things I want in my stockpile. And then what I do is I buy this kind of stuff on sale. And that's what I'm probably going to make the fried rice with. Okay, and then going easy on the salad dressing. Okay, so that's the fried rice. Okay, so I'm going for 1 box of Velveeta cheese. I'm going to locate the cheapest price, you know, processed cheese for my stockpile. And then I bought this large bag of raisins, and I had a bag of raisins, and I was shopping around, and the organic raisins were the same price, and they both had a long expiration date. It was really hard to find the expiration, July 2025. So today I was eating oatmeal, so that's a good breakfast. And then I was eating my soup. Okay, so back to, okay, like where I live on a hill, but the street that I come up the hill is a place that's definitely going to flood if something happens, and I have a reservoir in the back. But I can go, luckily in this place there's 2 ways out of here. So though that has to be considered. And also right up the street from me is the Takadia Mountains. But on mountains like that, you have to remember that the rain runs downhill, so that's super dangerous. Also, if the places north of you are flooding, chances are it's going to hit you. Okay, so I want easy, so food storage is the #1 thing. And cases of canned food are the most durable. Also, you can throw all your cans in big garbage cans and, move those out. Okay, so I want to know meals out of my stockpile, like the soup, like the fried rice. The frozen food isn't so good because that is likely to go out. But I'm trying to cook all the food down in my freezer. Okay, so easy, low cost, and low cook. And then no waste, like using my leftover veggies to make the fried rice. Okay, so mainly store food, water, gas, and cash. Okay, in Hurricane Helene, in the bad areas, you can't use cards. You can't get your money out. You need either cash or they're taking silver. And where it's bad, they're looting, which, like where I live, I can't really imagine what would happen. So mainly is what we're prepping for is survival. So the worst would be fire and floods. In fact, that is like mentioned, like historically the worst is fire and floods. Okay, now think about rice. Do I have rice, oatmeal, canned beans, powdered milk, peanut butter? The AI suggested rice, beans, and peanut butter as the 3 key. Pasta. So the rice and the pasta was from the Scientology meal plan. I wasn't too big on pasta, but pasta actually makes a lot of sense because you can put a lot of your canned food on pasta or rice or potatoes. And I'm going to dehydrated potatoes. Okay, I found out something. This channel, Awakened Faith, had the exact same content as Troy Black. So obviously, one of them plagiarized the other. Okay, if somebody comes up and uses my content, that's okay. That's pretty pitiful. But anyway, I think, we're going to see more trickery, and, it's really kind of disgusting. So so you might be thinking, I can't afford extra case of food. Well, how you would start on it is try to get bigger cans of food you use all the time, or try to get the food marked down. So a few peaches, so you can have peaches with cottage cheese. So 14 cans for 2 weeks, 21 cans for 3 weeks, and then 31 cans. So, okay, now let's see. Today was my 3rd week of yoga, and I want to mention to you ladies who are my age, I'm really terrible at yoga, and honestly, it was I thought, why do I want to be a human pretzel? Well, it's good for your balance because you start losing your balance as you get older. So if you don't want to pay for yoga or you don't want to join a gym, they have yoga on YouTube, and I put some on Rotostone X for you guys if you want to see that. Okay, let's see. Also, I bought 2 of these, but I like to have a big bag of walnuts and big bags of peanuts. But if something happens like Hurricane Helene, it's not so easy to make peanut butter without a good blender. So that needs to be thought of too. Although you can just eat them. So think about oatmeal and milk. This month I stockpiled a lot of milk or milk alternatives, a sandwich, which could be tuna, cheese, or lunch meat, and a small vegetable. I think if you make, oh, my video cut out. If you make a good homemade bread with butter and cheese, you can survive. And then dinner would be some rice, some potatoes, some pasta. If you have meat, that's awesome. If you don't, just sauce and then some kind of vegetable, and you can survive like that. Or you can just have 2 or 3 sandwiches. Okay, so now let me go back to yesterday. Oh, my phone is so horrible. Okay, now. So the U.S. is facing a double whammy of Hurricane Helene and maybe another one, and that's going to be renamed Hurricane Kirk. So, and also we have this escalation. In addition to the U and the R country, we have the Mideastern thing that is probably really bad. But they're never going to stop fighting. Okay, so now think about modern day war. Okay, think about a trade war. Remember last year we couldn't get any furniture. This year they're saying this cargo, what is this thing? It's a close down, a strike could affect cars. And so our products, like a supply chain disruption, like when the COVID disrupted everything. And so, but the major thing that we really want to prepare for is the grid down. Okay, if the grid is down and you can't go to work anyway, and if you have the ways and the means to move out of it until, things get better, I look at it this way: avoid all the hardship you possibly can, and then if you do have to endure it, you're going to be better off. Okay, now think about grid down. Bread, and I gave you my easy recipe, and if you make your bread with 1 tablespoon of molasses or honey, it's not going to be that sweet. So that's why I think in the day they added raisins to their bread. So bread and butter and cheese. So you have a bread, butter, and cheese sandwich and some kind of small fruit. Like they had half apple and half an orange or a vegetable. And then, so thinking about food, water, gas, and cash. Okay, so now fruit in its own juice is preferable. For sure you can get pears and pineapple that way. Vegetables, looking towards tomatoes, green beans, and peas. Fish, canned, like tuna. Rice, pasta, soup, like chicken noodle, vegetable, or tomato. Tea, because they say there might be, you're probably thinking, how can there be a tea shortage? Well, if you go shopping for tea, first of all, the selection's lousy. So that's why I decided to pay a little bit of money for my tea right now while I can get it. Raisins, so you can have some in your bread or your oatmeal. I will be dehydrating grapes as soon as I get around to it, as soon as I buy some grapes. Okay, oatmeal, milk, so you can make yogurt, cottage cheese, cream, sour cream, and cream cheese, dehydrated potatoes, oil and shortening. I put raisins twice, canned beans, and peanut butter. So this is a good stockpile for grid down. I'd say, now what I heard, which sounded pretty, I noticed something on these prophecy channels. Like if they seem kind of sneaky, it's because they are. But one of the prophecies, I listened to it anyway. Take what you want and leave the rest. But I heard one of them say, and just because it says it's a certain religion, that means nothing. Okay, but what they said, the wars will move from one place to another. They will actually be world wars, but they'll be in one area and then the other area or two areas, or there'll be like things like grid down or economic distress or job loss or closing of ports, stuff like that. It'll to do with the supply chains. It'll be to do with grid down. So in these wars, what we see is they're trying to knock out the power and the military, of course. So we can expect that. It is a form. I think it's not as hard. It's not going to be as hard to knock the grid down as we might be thinking. But what we want to do is, all I want to mention is prepare for a black swan or something crazy, something unexpected, like some kind of alien invasion. Okay, where would the alien invasion be? Well, like when I used to watch Super Soldier Talk, they said Mars is exactly like Arizona, and other places would be Las Vegas, where there has been sightings of aliens. So think about this, and also unsafe social events. So you have to say to yourself, if something happens to me, who is going to take care of my family? So yeah, I want to be. Also, I moved during the George Floyd riots. Unfortunately, I don't live by a trolley anymore. But think about like places that something might break out, like something crazy, like something planned that you're not privy to. Okay, so now think of my plants are causing me aggravation, gnats. Okay, think of catastrophic events. Sudden and great damage or suffering. Yes, Hurricane Helene. Calamitous. Yes, the Hawaii fires. Disastrous. Yes, the Ukraine. Ruinous. Yes, like some kind of, they're saying get ready for some kind of an economic distress. And in that time, they can ruin your equity. They can, ruin you financially. And tragic. Those are just like things that can happen on any given day. So, don't stay up nights worrying about it, but be prepared so that, like today, if I hadn't swerved out of the way for sure, I would have been in a very bad accident. Okay, I want to talk about extreme markdown shopping. So you might be thinking, I don't have time for that. Well, I bought 4 packages of cheese, which was 2 months worth of cheese for $4. I bought all kinds of coffee creamer that I could use in place of milk in cooking. I bought it so cheap, like under $20, giving me enough milk for like 2 years. I bought 10 pounds of oatmeal for $11.99. So by just being really, really cheap all the time, so like we know the things we want to stock up on, like the Scientology meal plan was a majority of chicken. So I'm thinking how I can pack the chicken. So I don't want to buy packages with bones. I probably want to buy flat packages of meat so that I can just neatly, instead of what's happening in there now, pack them up. And then by also doing the extreme markdown, it's the difference between almost $5 for a carton of eggs or $2.97. Also, I bought all kinds of drinks marked down. I buy dairy markdown, so I just wanted to mention that. So we're going to be working on that until the wars are over, until the strike is over, until the coast is clear. Spend very little money. Although I don't think you can go wrong on stockpiling up on food. Also 6 boxes of crackers, because then you're always going to have crackers with cheese, with peanut butter, with canned soup. You can survive. And then learning the good bread. Why? Yesterday, the bread that I made was so much better. I know exactly what is in it. Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. All right, bye.